They reunited the Bloodline, and WWE just handed Roman Reigns a loaded gun. WWE just made the most dangerous decision in professional wrestling in the last 5 years, and most of you don't even realize what you just witnessed. Let me be crystal clear with you right now. What happened before Raw, with Rikishi personally escorting Solo Sikoa back into Roman Reigns' arms, is not just a feel-good family moment. This is not a heartwarming reunion. This is not a redemption arc. This is a declaration of war. And if you think WWE is doing this just to pop a feel-good segment, you have not been paying attention to how this business actually works at the top level. The Bloodline is whole again. Say that out loud. Let it sit in your chest for a second. Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, the Usos, Rikishi as the patriarch blessing the entire thing, and Paul Heyman somewhere in the background, probably already typing up the next manifesto. This isn't a faction. This isn't a stable. This is a dynasty, and dynasties don't come back together for no reason. Dynasties come back together when they are ready to conquer. Question 1. Drop it in the comments right now. Do you believe this Bloodline reunion is face or heel? Because I need to know if you're reading this the same way I am. Now let's talk about Rikishi, because people are sleeping on his role here, and it is criminal. This man is not just a legend showing up for nostalgia. Rikishi is the moral authority of the Anoa'i family on WWE television. When Rikishi speaks, it carries generational weight. When he walks solo back to Roman, he is not just brokering peace between two cousins. He is telling the entire WWE roster and the entire WWE universe that this family has settled its business. The infighting is over. The chaos is done. The Bloodline has looked inward, handled what needed to be handled, and now they are looking outward. And outward means you. Outward means every single championship. Outward means every single locker room. Outward means everything. Think about what Solo Sikoa was doing while he was separated from Roman. The man was running his own bloodline. He had Jacob Fatu. He was dismantling people. He was proving, week after week, that he does not need Roman Reigns to be a monster. Solo Sikoa is not the little cousin anymore. Solo Sikoa went off on his own, built his own empire, ran his own operation, and now he is bringing all of that energy back under the original banner. Roman Reigns is not getting the old Solo back. Roman Reigns is getting an upgraded Solo, a Solo who has been tested, a Solo who has been hardened, a Solo who has learned what it means to lead and what it means to fail, and who has taken both lessons and turned them into fuel. Question 2, and I want real answers here. Who is more dangerous right now, Solo Sikoa before the split, or Solo Sikoa coming back to Roman after everything he's been through? Comment below. Don't think, react. Now here is where I need to get furious with WWE creative for a second. Because this reunion, as incredible as it is, could very easily be wasted. And we have seen WWE waste generational storytelling before. We have lived through it. We watched the original Bloodline story, one of the greatest long-form narratives in the history of professional wrestling, get muddied and rushed and complicated until half the audience needed a flowchart to keep up. I am not letting that happen again without saying something. If WWE brings this Bloodline back together and uses them as a backdrop for mid-card feuds and segment fillers, I will lose my mind on this channel every single week until somebody in Stamford hears me. The Bloodline reunited should mean main event dominance. It should mean title pictures. It should mean Roman Reigns back on Raw with presence, not just appearances. It should mean Solo Sikoa as an active, terrifying force, not a hype tool for someone else's program. The Bloodline being whole again should feel like a threat to their entire industry, not just a talking point. Question 3. Tell me honestly, does WWE creative deserve your trust right now? Have they earned the right to book this reunion? Drop a yes or no in the comments and tell me why. Let's talk Roman Reigns for a second, because his positioning in all of this is fascinating and deeply complex if you actually understand professional wrestling psychology. Roman has spent months clawing back relevance. The tribal chief has had to rebuild. And here is the thing people refuse to say: Roman Reigns without the Bloodline around him is still Roman Reigns. He is still one of the greatest professional wrestlers alive. He is still arguably the most important performer in WWE in the last decade. But Roman Reigns with the Bloodline, Roman Reigns with Solo at his side and the full family structure behind him, that is not just a wrestler. That is a gravitational force. Everything in WWE orbits around him when the Bloodline is operating at full power. And Rikishi making this happen personally, that is the storytelling cherry on top of everything. Because now Roman did not have to beg. Roman did not have to grovel. Roman did not go find Solo. Rikishi brought Solo home. The respect flows in one direction. The family acknowledged the leader. and Roman can now walk into any arena on any night and stand taller than every single person on that roster. That is psychological warfare disguised as professional wrestling, and I am here for every single second of it. Question 4. This one matters. Who do you think the reunited Bloodline's first major target should be? Give me a name. One name. Drop it right now in the comments and let's see who the Wrestling Zone community is calling out. Now I need to address something that a portion of this fanbase is going to say. There are people out there, and you know who you are, who are going to claim that this reunion is too soon. That solo run, no pun intended, needed more time. That bringing him back to Roman diminishes what he built on his own. And I understand that argument. I genuinely do. Solo Psycho as the leader of his own faction was compelling television. Jacob Thatcher became a star under that banner. There was something raw and dangerous about watching Solo operate without the safety net of Roman's approval. But here is the counter-argument that I believe in completely. Solo was always more interesting as Roman's enforcer with attitude than as a standalone leader. The tension of Solo wanting more, of Solo being capable of more, of Solo being right there at the edge of overtaking Roman, that tension is only interesting when Roman is in the picture. Solo ruling his own thing removes the friction. Solo back with Roman, every single interaction between them is loaded. Every glance, every conversation, every moment where you wonder, is this going to hold? Is Solo going to snap? Is Roman going to have to put him down? That is professional wrestling storytelling at its absolute finest. Question 5. Real talk. Do you think this reunion can hold together, or is Solo going to turn on Roman again before the end of the year? Give me your prediction. Be specific. I read every single comment. Let's talk about the broader implications for Raw, because Raw right now needs something. Raw has had moments of brilliance, but it has also had stretches where you are watching and you can feel the creative team trying to fill 3 hours with meaningful television and struggling. The Bloodline walking back into Raw as a unified force solves multiple problems simultaneously. It gives the show a clear power structure. Every babyface now has a direction they are trying to survive the Bloodline's dominance. Every heel is either aligning with or being threatened by the most powerful faction in the company. Every championship storyline now has a natural gravitational pull toward the Bloodline's orbit. You want to know what makes 3-hour Raw episodes feel purposeful? A dominant, compelling, multidimensional faction that touches every part of the card. The Bloodline being whole gives Raw its spine back. And if WWE Creative understands what they have, if they truly understand the gold mine sitting in front of them, they will book this with patience, with layers, with the kind of slow-burn storytelling that made the original Bloodline run one of the most talked about chapters in wrestling history. They will not rush the payoffs. They will let the Bloodline re-establish dominance methodically, deliberately, and ruthlessly. Question 6. I have to ask this: which current Raw superstar do you think is actually capable of standing up to the reunited Bloodline and making it believable? Name them. Fight me in the comments if you have to. I am ready. Here is my final thought, and I need you to hear this. Professional wrestling runs on moments. It runs on images that burn themselves into your memory forever. Rikishi walking Solo Psycho back to Roman Reigns before Raw, that is a moment. That is an image. That is the kind of thing that 10 years from now, people are going to reference when they talk about the Bloodline's legacy in WWE history. But a moment is only as powerful as what comes after it. Rikishi bringing Solo home is the spark. Now we need the explosion. Now we need WWE to have the guts, the vision, and the creative courage to take everything that was built, the family mythology, the gene-rational storytelling, the character work that Roman and Solo and the Usos have poured their lives into, and pay it off in a way that makes the wrestling world stop. The Bloodline is whole again. The question is, what are they going to do with it? And the further question is, are you going to be here to watch it unfold? Final question before you go anywhere: on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you about this Bloodline reunion, and what is the one thing you need to see happen for this to live up to everything it promises? Drop it below, right now. No scrolling, no skipping. Comment if this video made you feel something, if it made you angry, hyped, emotional, or ready to flip a table over WWE's booking. Then hit that like button right now, because that tells the algorithm that wrestling fans are alive and we are paying attention and we refuse to be ignored. Share this video with every wrestling fan in your life who needs to understand what just happened with the Bloodline. Text it, post it, blast it everywhere. Subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 if you are not already here, because this channel does not do casual. This channel does not do lukewarm takes. This channel shows up every single time with everything we have got, for the love of professional wrestling and for the fans who deserve better than mediocre booking and forgotten storylines. The Bloodline is home, and Wrestling Zone 1 We are just getting started.